Bitch, I do it for my... I suicide by my city. That means when I blow up, I'm taking all of you with me. My first name ain't Byron, but I'm the only...
Welcome guys, and this is LSHD Gaming here, and today I'm bringing you guys another video. This time we are going to be looking at the Star Wars Battlefront Season Pass, and yes, I know it's expensive. We're getting to all the details, the positives, the negatives of it, but at the heart of it all, we will get down to what overview of it. Is it going to be worth buying? Is it not going to be worth buying? And just the general content. And the gameplay you're going to be watching in the background is me. I pick up the hero pickup, as you would have already noticed by now, and I just go on a little tear with Princess Leia. Of course, I want to stay alive and do the best I can, so I sometimes run away, but that's sometimes the smartest way to play if you want to live longer. But anyway, let's get into some topics. So straight away, we've got to address the main issue with the season pass, and that is the price. $39.99. $39. It's a bit expensive. There's no doubt about it. $39.99 is pretty much the cost of a complete other game. Now, with that in mind, you've got to consider: do you like Star Wars enough to pay for it effectively twice to get all of the content? That comes down to each individual. Personally, I will be buying it. I'll be bringing the content to this channel, and you'll get to see so much of it because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I think it's going to be worth investing in. You're going to get 16 new maps. You're going to be getting 4 heroes and villains, so whether that means 4 heroes and 4 villains, or 2 villains and 2 heroes, we don't know yet. Probably 2 heroes and 2 villains. You're going to get star cards. You're going to get new characters to play as, but also alongside that, they've also announced they're going to be more free content, like the Battle of Jakku. So in that respect, we're going to get more than just what's in the season pass as well. So by the end of it, we should have a really complete Star Wars Battlefront experience. Now, with that being said, what would I like to see within the maps? I would love to see the Death Star. There's no doubt about it, because they're going to want to keep it within the original trilogy for the most part, you would assume. So I'd love to see some of the Death Star in there, something like Yavin, and I'm forgetting that Mustafa, stuff like that. I'd really love to see those sort of maps be incorporated into the new game. I think it would be really awesome to play on it. Will it necessarily happen? I don't know. No one knows at this point. The season pass is up in the air, but that is some of the stuff that I would like to see. Of course, alongside that, I would have loved to have seen the Clone Wars, but 16 maps realistically isn't enough for them to be able to introduce, you know, the Clone Wars. There's just not enough in it. Like the prequels and all that, there's just not enough there, because, you know, you could do so much. You could have Darth Maul and all those sort of characters, which would be awesome to go around in this game with the graphical content as Darth Maul. But we got to be realistic. They couldn't do it within just the DLC, because the DLC alone would just be for the Clone Wars. So they're probably going to stick to the original trilogy for the most part. That's probably going to disappoint some people, but it's realistic of what they're going to do. And on top of that, what else could we likely see? Stuff on the new film. Now, I will review the new film, quite a long review, on another video. Probably I'll play the Battle of Jakku or something, but you'll get a face cam and I'll talk about that anyway. But most of it you would think would be towards the original trilogy and the new film, the Star Wars Force Awakens, and maps around that. We already saw that with the Battle of Jakku, so they could introduce some more things like that. You've got the characters Finn, Rey, Kylo Ren, characters like that that really could be introduced, and maybe even someone like Captain Phasma. All those sort of characters, they are very realistic possibilities to be put in the season pass, and they could do it justice. So we're really going to be looking at a full Star Wars game by the time the full season pass content has been released. The first one, I believe they said, would be coming out in early 2016, so I'll be buying the season pass soon. I'd expect it to be January, February time that the first bit would be released, but you know, I'll bring that content straight away. It's going to be really good. But it's kind of up in the air with a lot of stuff, and that's what I don't like. They've told us like 16 maps and all that, but they didn't tell us any more than that. They didn't tell us what that would entail, when, really, bar the first piece they said would be early 2016, but that's not really any use to us. We want to know before we buy the season pass. So with that in mind, if you're not a big Star Wars fan and you've already bought Star Wars Battlefront and you enjoy it, but you know you're not going to play it that much, I couldn't really recommend you going out and picking up the Star Wars Battlefront Season Pass. Now, if you're like me and you love Star Wars and you're absolutely sweating the game out, right now I'm level 43, I think I am now at the time of recording this video. And I'm absolutely loving it. I've got some great gameplays all piled up. Videos are going to be rolling out constantly. So for someone like me, the DLC content would be worth it, I think. And with that in mind, I think it will each come down to each individual, and you've got to look at it and whether it's going to be worth your time and if you enjoy the game enough. Because we already know that the DLC that they will release will be graphically beautiful, and with that in mind, you can't really get too upset. Like, they're going to try and get some good maps out there, it's going to look good, and really that is kind of what you want from Season Pass. And it's no more expensive than the Call of Duty Season Pass, which I'm sure a lot of us go out and are guilty of buying. I've stopped doing it for the last 2 years, but I'm sure a lot of us are guilty in going out there and doing that. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Very short one on the Season Pass. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon with some more Star Wars Battlefront content. See ya!